Good morning. It is Thursday, February 3rd, 232. And we have, for our daily lectionary reading today, we've got Psalm 138. Numbers, and it's our first day, so we're doing RSV. Numbers 20, 22 to 29. Acts 9, 19b and 25. In the middle of a verse this time, guys. Speaking of cutting in the middle of a verse, you are aware, I hope, that chapters and verse numbers are pretty modern additions to the text. They really weren't completely done in there until the 15th century. I believe it was, if memory serves. So it makes it easy to find things, but it cuts into these artificial distinctions. And that sometimes, in this case, to get the right pericope, we're cutting in the middle of a verse, because the first part of that verse doesn't have to do. We'll see when we get there. All right, Psalm 138. It's a psalm of thanksgiving and praise. It is attributed to David, but we know that not all the psalms that were attributed to David were actually going to be written by David. I give you thanks, O Lord, with my whole heart. Before the gods, I sing your praise. I bow down toward your holy temple and give thanks to your name for your steadfast love and faithfulness. For you have exalted your name and your word above everything. On the day I called, you answered me, you increased my strength of soul. All the kings of the earth shall praise you, O Lord, for they have heard the words of your mouth. They shall sing of the ways of the Lord, for great is the glory of the Lord. For though the Lord is not as high, he regards the lowly, but the haughty he perceives from far away. Though I walk in the midst of trouble, you preserve me against the wrath of my enemies. You stretch out your hand, and your right hand delivers me. The Lord will fulfill his purpose for me. Your steadfast love, O Lord, endures forever. Do not forsake the work of your hands. Right. Very beautiful psalm, no matter what translation. Numbers 20, 22 to 29, it's the death of Aaron. And they set out from Kadesh, and the Israelites, the whole congregation, came to Mount Hor. And then the Lord said to Moses and Aaron at Mount Hor, on the border of the land of Edom, let Aaron be gathered to his people, for he shall not enter the land I have given to the Israelites, because you rebelled against my command at the waters of Meribah. Take Aaron and his son Eleazar, and bring them up Mount Hor. Strip Aaron of his vestments, and put them on his son Eleazar. But Aaron shall be gathered to his people, and shall die there. Moses did as the Lord had commanded. They went up from Mount Hor in the sight of the whole congregation. Moses stripped Aaron of his vestments and put them on his son Eleazar, and Aaron died there on the top of the mountain. Moses and Eleazar came down from the mountain, and when the congregation saw that Aaron had died, all the house of Israel mourned for Aaron 30 days. It's really kind of sad that after leading them, Israelites, for so long, even Moses and Aaron were not allowed to the promised land. Now, I got a trivia question for y'all. See who's listening. Try to answer it in the comments. When did Moses actually make it into Israel, into the promised land? That's your trivia question. For the answer, put it in the comments. All right. Acts 9, 19 to 25. And I just, basically, when I was talking about splitting in the middle of a verse, so 19 is we're in Acts, and Saul has had his Damascus Road experience, and he is struck blind, and his eyes are covered with like scales, it says. It says, immediately something like scales fell from his eyes, and his sight was restored. Then he got up and baptized. 19. And after taking some food, he regained his strength. So 18 and 19 are divided in the middle of the sentence, which is why our passage picks up on the second half of 19, which says, for several days he was with his disciples in Damascus, and immediately he began to proclaim Jesus in the synagogues, saying he is the Son of God. All who heard him were amazed and said, is not this the man who made havoc in Jerusalem among those who invoked his name? And has he not come here for the purpose of bringing them bound before the chief priests? Saul became increasingly more powerful and confounded the Jews who lived in Damascus by proving that Jesus was the Messiah. And after some time had passed, the Jews plotted to kill him, but their plot became known to Saul. They were watching the gates day and night so that they might kill him. But his disciples took him by night and let him down through an opening in the wall, lowering him in a basket. Saul's first narrow escape. He has plenty of others in his missionary career. I got a little distracted by the footnotes on verse 22, where it says he became increasingly more powerful, confounded the Jews who lived in Damascus by proving that Jesus, footnote A, was the Messiah, footnote B. Footnote A is okay, that this. So in the Greek, it says that proving that this was. Okay. But the other one is what bugs me a little bit. Was the footnote is, or the Christ. Messiah and Christ are the same thing. Messiah is the transliteration of the Hebrew Mashiach, which means anointed one, and the Greek word for that is Christos, or Christ. So actually, Christ is not his last name. People use it like that, Jesus Christ. It should be Jesus the Christ, Jesus the Messiah. Small irritation. That's okay. Thank you for joining in. Remember, trivia question. When did Moses make it into the promised land? See ya.